When it comes to mobility for golf, I am a big fan of golfers spending 10 minutes a day working on their mobility. 10 minutes a day might not seem like much, but it equates to over an hour a week, over 5 hours a month, and over 60 hours a year. Little and often really does add up. Working on your mobility can help you move and feel better, both on the golf course and off it, and it may potentially help you in your golf swing too. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you a 10-minute mobility routine going over 10 exercises for the full body that you can do from home using nothing but your body weight. Let's get stuck in. So we're starting on the floor for the first few moves. So lying face down on the floor, both arms at 90 degrees, forehead on the floor, and we're going to lift up into some shoulder W's. So lifting up, holding at the top for a few seconds, and then returning down. So keeping that 90-degree angle on both sides, driving up, holding at that end range for a couple of seconds, and then returning. So keeping the forearms parallel, really feeling those shoulders light up, holding at the top for a few seconds, and then returning. Right, we're going to go arms straight out in front, palms down, and we're going to bring them behind, going palms up about halfway, thumbs together, and then back around in front, thumbs together in front. So these are our shoulder butterflies. So keeping the arms as straight as you can, keeping them off the floor, rotating around halfway, going from thumbs touching in front if possible, and then rotating, thumbs touch behind. Really taking those shoulders through some range of motion. From there, forearms back into the floor. We're going to come up into Cobra. So peeling the chest up off the floor, getting that nice stretch through that mid to upper back. And then we're going to add in some twists with the head. So getting into that neck. So looking over one shoulder, looking over the other shoulder. So back down, hips and belly button stay on the floor. We peel that chest up off the floor, and then we're going to look one way and then the other way. We'll do one more. So nice big stretch through that mid to upper back, and then getting into the neck a little bit as well. All important for our golf swing, very undervalued area. From here, we're going to come into all four position. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're going to come into some cats and dogs. So belly button goes down towards the floor, chest lifts up, and then we're going to round. So hips tuck under, belly button to the ceiling, chin to chest. Nice big exhale as we round, and then into an inhale, trying to get that belly button to the floor, chest lifting up, and back into our exhale as we round through that spine. So starting to warm that all-important spine up. We'll do one more. Down towards the floor, chest lifts up, and then chin to chest, hips tuck under, into that kind of almost N shape through the spine. From here, knees are going to go wide. We're going to try and get the big toes together if you can, and then we're going to walk the hands and the forearms forward into child's pose. So we're trying to get as long through the spine as we can, knees as wide as comfortable, sat back towards the heels. Get a nice big long stretch through the spine, and then we're going to walk both hands across to one side. So as I walk across to the left here, I'm just going to press my right hand down on top of my left, get a nice stretch into that right lateral tissue, walk both hands across to the right, place my left hand on top, get that stretch into that lateral tissue down the left, trying to keep that length through the spine. And then just back out in front for a few seconds, reaching forward with those fingertips, forearms and forehead down towards the floor. From there, we're going to come into a couple of rotational stretches. So, on the knees, back towards the heels, one hand on the floor, and we're going to go fingertips behind the head. We're going to go down, elbow to elbow, and then opening up, elbow to ceiling. So rotating down, and then rotating open, keeping those fingertips behind the head. Also get a little bit of a shoulder stretch here as well, into that external rotation through the shoulder. Staying nice and stable through the lower body, opening up through this trunk. We'll swap over, other hand is planted down into the floor, elbow to elbow, and then opening up, getting into this thoracic area. All important for the golf swing, an area that I see with a lot of golfers is a little bit stiff and restricted, especially if you're someone that spends a lot of time sat behind the desk. From here, back into our all four position. One hand is pressed into the floor. We're going to reach the other hand, fingertips to the ceiling, and then we're going to come into thread the needle. So I'm going to work that hand under, threading it under the other hand, reaching this other hand forward as far as I can. I can sit back towards the heels here a little bit as well. So I'm trying to split my two hands as far apart from each other as I can. Get a bit of a trunk rotation again. I'll also get into this shoulder that's down near the floor. Hold for a few seconds. Back up, fingertip to ceiling. We'll swap over, drive the other hand down, reaching that hand up towards the ceiling, opening up through that trunk, and then threading it under, working down. So I'm working this kind of cheek down towards the floor, shoulder down towards the floor, really trying to create some space between my fingertips of each hand, holding for a few seconds, and then back up, really reaching towards the ceiling. We've got a few more. We're going to come into some half kneeling drifts now, so just kind of opening up the hips. Now if you want something under the back knee for a little bit of comfort, absolutely fine. So I'm going to come out, kind of shin vertical, and I'm just going to drive and drift into this front foot at some different angles. So I'm just going to slowly kind of open this front foot up, just drifting into it at some different angles. If you find a particularly kind of tight or sticky angle, you can spend a little bit more time there. Just drifting into this front foot, foot nice and flat, and then we'll swap over. Like I say, if you want to put something under your back knee here for a little bit of comfort, quite a kind of nice idea. Just make the stretch a little bit more comfortable. So just drifting out. I can use kind of my elbow here to just kind of use my little bit of body weight to just help me find a little bit more range of motion. You might find one side is a little bit easier than the other. Again, that's quite normal. You can spend a little bit more time on the more difficult side if you like. Final couple, we're going to come onto the back. I'm going to have one hand out to the side. I'm going to hug that same side knee in, use my opposite hand to work it away from that hand as I look towards the hand that's on the floor. So this forearm is staying on the floor, and I'm just working this knee over, away from that forearm. Full body twist here. So you might get through shoulder, through spine, through lower back, through the glutes. Hold for a few seconds, and then we'll swap over. So other arm out to the side, same side knee is hugging in. I'm using that opposite hand, working that knee away from the arm. Through your max range of motion, no matter what that is, just work through your comfortable range of motion. Hold for a few seconds, and then we're going to come into the final one. So recline butterfly, soles of the feet together, relaxing on your back, nice deep breaths here, and you're just going to try and ease your knees down towards the floor, really get into those hips. So a nice relaxing one to finish, really trying to take some big deep slow breaths here. You can move the soles of the feet closer to you if you want, just to increase the stretch a little bit, but you're trying to kind of work those knees down towards the floor, using gravity to help you, and just opening up those all-important hips that we need in the swing.
And there we have it. Mobility for golf doesn't need to be overly complicated or overly time-consuming. Give this routine a go every day for a week and let me know in the comments below how you get on.